Hey FTM Transtastic, it's Everett and it is May 22nd, I believe, 2014, and it's Thursday, so I'm here today. I'm recording this video 2 days early because at this time I will be in Florida with Parker for his top surgery, so I'm recording this before we leave. And I'm recording it on my brand new GoPro camera, so if I look like crazy adventurous all of a sudden and in fisheye mode, it's because I have a new camera that's in HD so you guys can see me. The only thing bad about this camera so far that I've discovered is the sound quality, and it sort of picks up everything around it, so it might be hard to hear me at times, so I'm going to try and work that out through editing. Anyways, this week's topic is trans youth, trans teenage youth. For myself personally, I came out when I was 18, I believe. So, legal adult, um, but very much still growing and learning about myself and the world. And it wasn't until I got to college that I really discovered that I was trans and sort of had that freedom, and not the freedom, but that's more of when I explored who I really was, when I was independent on my own. With that being said, I think a lot of people have a similar experience to that, to things in general, where they sort of go off to college or go off on their own and become independent and really figure out who they are. So I think it can be difficult at times for trans youth um, to be taken seriously, and that's more of what I want to focus on with you guys. I think somebody speaking out about their gender and their gender identity is something that needs to be taken seriously, and something that should not be seen as something as a phase or something they'll grow out of. For people who live in areas where there are no trans resources or support networks or nobody publicly out, I think the internet has been such a great tool, but I also think it's been used against trans youth and used to be like, oh, it's just trendy, it's just a fad. And, I obviously can't speak for everybody, but I'm going to say that if somebody's contemplating their gender or questioning their gender, like, awesome, do that. Like, I think it's great to question your gender. As far as transitioning and whatnot, medically, I think that's where it gets difficult because a lot of parents or guardians feel sort of concerned that their child may take medical steps to have their body match their identity. And I'm not a parent, I don't know what that feels like, but oftentimes parents are mourning the loss of this child and the dreams that they had for this child. And my aunt spoke out recently um, and said that the first thing that she thought about after I'd come out to her was, how am I going to have kids? Meaning me. And she admitted, she said that was so selfish and it has nothing to do with who I am as a person whatsoever. Um, so I think it's just sort of important to remember that when we question our gender and our identity, it's not necessarily a bad thing, and it doesn't have to be the end of the world. We're growing, we're discovering ourselves, and that happens throughout life, but especially within adolescence. So I encourage youth to really explore that and explore avenues and explore their resources and really get up on the knowledge in the community. Right now, if you're watching this and you're somebody who has sort of transitioned or somebody who's older and pretty confident in your identity and yourself, I think it's really beneficial to reach out to trans youth and provide them with information, but not just information, accurate information and real life experience, because part of the reason why the suicide rate is so high within this community is because people feel like they have nothing, like they have no one, and no one understands what they're going through. So I think it's really great that things like FTM Transtastic exist, and communities and support groups and rights are coming and growing out of the woodwork. So yeah, just continue to do that. You're all great. I don't even know if this is on topic, but I'll see you guys next week. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll be updating my channel in the very near future. See you guys soon. Bye.